Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera from MMU. Alhamdulillah, thanks to all the blessing from our Creator that you are here today for a special event to enlighten us all, to give us some information in regards to the micro-credential education and MBA. Our event today is entitled MBA Micro-Credential Professional Development to Meet Industry Needs. Looking at the latest development of postgraduate education and the emerging of multimedia technology that enable future classroom, we are in the Faculty of Management, or FOM, Multimedia University, are very delighted to be part of this innovative education platform and play our role to deliver a quality postgraduate education experience to all. What do we know so far about micro-credential education system and how it relates to MBA and professional development will be some of the burgeoning issues that we may have in our mind. So I am pretty sure that we could find some of the information today. According to Deloitte Consulting Group, the future of work revolves around three components, namely workspace, workforce, and work itself. In a nutshell, all these three components will expanding along the work continuum that comprises of automation level, physical distance, and talent category. Therefore, it is important that many of us, as part of MMU issue initiative, to seriously consider upgrading our skill and knowledge so that we are not too far away from the future of work continuum. Postgraduate education is a strategic way to address this concern, and a special customized MBA can unlock that potential. Furthermore, our Malaysian education blueprint do understand about the need to unlock the value chain of higher education. MQA produces the guideline to micro-credential good practices. Micro-credential enable the unbundling of accredited programs of higher education providers, making them accessible to non-traditional learners in line with National Lifelong and Life-wide Learning Agenda. These qualifications are designed to provide knowledge, skill, and values to students over a 1 to 4 years of study to enable them to enter job market, to pursue further studies and become functional members of the society. The shorter, personalized, demand-driven, stackable micro-credentials are intended to expand opportunities for reskilling and upskilling of the workforce in tandem with changes in the workplace and also new pathway for formal qualification. I am sure that there are more things will be shared later by our exciting panels today. Accordingly, this event will be opened by our Faculty of Management Dean, Dr. Muhammad Fairuz Abdul Rahim, and followed by Dr. Tengku Putri Noraisha from Center for Lifelong Learning and Learning Innovation, otherwise known as LEARN, to talk about micro-credential and Appel A. Then we will welcome Dr. Izian Shazana from Faculty of Management to brief us about the mapping of micro-credential. And final panel speaker of the day is Dr. Adipapo Ojo, who is also from Faculty of Management, who will be going to speak about MBA specialization. To end this afternoon event, we will be having a Q&A session. We will happily take any question from the audience in regard to today's topic. So now, I am going to pass over the floor to Dr. Muhammad Fairuz Abdul Rahim, the Dean of Faculty of Management, to give his welcoming remarks. And I am sure he has a lot to say about the FOM latest offering, which is MBA Micro-Credential. Over to you, Dr. Fairuz.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Nizam. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our MBA Micro-Credential preview session. We hope that everyone are well and safe at your respective places. So we are happy today to conduct a session to give an overview of what is this micro-credential and how is it related to our MBA program. I think by now everyone are used to enrolling into online learning platforms and online learning program, collecting digital badges and whatnot. What if you can do that at the same time you can also get credit transfer for our master's postgraduate program, which is our MBA program. So that's why today we are presenting a new package, a new product, whereby at the same time you can get the best of both worlds. Get to enhance your knowledge, get to enhance your learning. At the same time, when the time comes, when you decide to enroll into our master's or business admin program, you can also apply for credit transfer for selected subjects. So this is the best of both worlds. So we look forward to having you in MMU. We look forward to having you in FOM. And of course, all our experts today will explain further on what is micro-credential and what is the MBA program that we are offering at our faculty and the university. So stay tuned. And with that, I'll pass back to Mr. Nizam. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fairuz, on your I would say welcoming remark for today's event. So today we are also lucky that we actually have the Deputy Director of Center for Lifelong Learning Education and Learning Innovation in the house, Dr. Tengku Putri Nuraisha Tengku Syariman. Basically, she is going to talk about the pathway in obtaining a postgraduate degree through micro-credential mode at MMU through Masters of Business Administration. How are you, Dr. Tengku?
Thank you, Wahra. Thank you, Nizam.
Okay. Now, I would like to pass the floor for you to basically talk about this issue. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Nizam. Can we have the slides, please? Okay. Basically, today I'm just going to brief you on how we can actually obtain the MBA Micro-Credential through how we can obtain the MBA postgraduate degree through Micro-Credential mode. Okay, next. Okay. All right, then we can go to the next slide. Okay, so MMU has always been in the forefront of lifelong learning, and as well as we actually encourage flexible education among Malaysian citizens. So all this while, MMU has always been accepting upheld applications for admission into MMU, and now we are also accepting upheld applications, whereby students can also credit transfer the prior experiential learning into any MMU academic program. And we have also started offering ODL programs, online distance learning programs, since 2 years ago. So currently we are now going further and we're going to offer micro-credentials to the public. Okay, next. All right. So how do we define micro-credentials? Basically, when we define micro-credentials, it is a digital certification of assessed knowledge, skills, and competencies, whether in a specific or narrow area of study. And once you have completed a micro-credential, you will also be awarded with a digital badge if you have passed the assessment. Now, this digital badge you can also share online at any social media websites, and it can always be authenticated and verified by a multimedia university. Okay, next slide. All right. But when we're talking about multimedia universities, these are some of the features of multimedia universities micro-credential. First, we have for the multimedia university micro-credentials, we have actually unbundled from several courses in the MBA program into 3 to 4 micro-credentials. For example, let's say one course is 3 credit hours. We usually will unbundle that particular course into 3 different micro-credentials. And these micro-credentials are also offered on using the online distance learning mode. Okay, so these micro-credentials can be completed within 2 weeks via face-to-face learning or offline asynchronous online activities like discussions, collaborative activities, and so on. And you are also able to learn using self-instructional learning materials. And once you have completed the micro-credential and then you have passed the assessment, you will be awarded with a digital badge. Okay, and you can actually enroll into the master's degree at any point of time, meaning if you have completed, we have stacked 3 different micro-credentials that is mapped to one course, you can actually just enroll into the MBA program. and then we can actually credit transfer that micro-credential into the MBA program. However, of course, we highly recommend that you also continue to take all the other micro-credentials. We have about 25 micro-credentials, and all these 25 micro-credentials will map to about 7 to 8 courses, and then you can actually credit transfer all 7 to 8 courses into the MBA program. And the fees are also very affordable because you can learn without any advance payment, and there are also no exam fees. Okay, next. Okay, so this is a study pathway for the micro-credential. Okay, so as you can see here, there are 3 micro-credentials that maps to one particular subject, which is the change management course. Okay, so change management course is actually 3 credit hours, but we have actually unbundled, or we have actually, basically unpacked the course into 3 different micro-credentials. Which is the first one is strategic change management, the second one is value creation through organizational change, and the third one is effective change management. So basically, you will take each micro-credential, and then each micro-credential will last about 2 weeks. There are no final examinations. You will, however, be assessed using through a case study, a project paper, or an assignment, or a presentation. It could be either one of these assessment either one of the assessment types. And then you will also learn, using a face-to-face class session, using Microsoft Team, and then there will be asynchronous learning activities using the discussion boards and other e-learning tools through the online platform. Okay, so once you have stacked all 3 micro-credentials, you can actually credit transfer it into the MBA program that is mapped to actually just one course for 3 micro-credentials. Okay, next to the next one, next slide. Okay, so this next slide shows the journey towards earning the Masters of Business Administration postgraduate degree from MMU Micro-Credentials. So first of all, you need to register to learn the micro-credentials at the MMU online learning portal. So once you have studied you have learned everything in the particular micro-credential, you will need to then pass the assessment for every micro-credential to earn a digital badge. Now, you can use these digital badges to advance in your career. It's actually a digital badge actually verify your skill. So it's something you can use to upskill yourself to advance in your career. So you can actually just share it on any social media sites or through your CV. However, we highly recommend that you further your studies by enrolling the MMU MBA program. But this is subject that you will meet the minimum requirement of the program, and if you do not have the minimum requirement, you can apply via Apple A. Now, once you have enrolled in the MBA program, we can directly credit transfer up to 21 course credits in the MBA program, which is about 7 courses from all the micro-credentials that you have taken. And then you just need to complete another 4 courses or 4 subjects and the final project to graduate. So in total, you will, of course, to be awarded with the MBA postgraduate degree, you need to take 11 subjects plus 1 final project, which equals to about 41 credit hours. And the next slide will show you the actual fees for the micro-credential, which is only 500 ringgit per micro-credential. So in total, if you take all of the MMU micro-credentials and the MBA program, we have 9 MCs for the core micro-credentials for the core courses, 6 or 7 MCs from the elective courses, and another 6 from the specialization courses. So in total, there are about 25 micro-credentials, and so the total fees that you'll pay is between 10,500 to 11,000, depending on how many micro-credentials that you will take. Right. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is actually if you want to take our micro-credentials, you just need to go to this website. This website will give you access to the micro-credential learning portal, right? And then once you go into the website, okay, then you will see the list of courses under the business and management category. Okay, so there are a list of courses that are all the micro-credentials that we have unbundled from 7 to 8 MBA courses. So you just basically click one of the courses, one of the micro-credential courses, and then you can straight away go into the landing page for that particular micro-credential. So this is you can see this is the landing page. Now, in order to register, you have to basically pay the fee, which is only 500 ringgit, through the MMU payment gateway. So we have both for local students and international students. And then you need to also submit your proof of payment through this link. And then once we have verified your payment, we will register you to the course, and then you can join the course here. All right, and then next slide. So basically, when you join the course, this is how it will look like. Okay, it will have like basically it's like any other learning management system. You have learning activities, you have announcement page. You have also also some instructional materials that you can learn together with your classmates. All right. So this is regarding the micro-credential. Next, we'd like to explore how Appel A can actually assist you in terms of applying for the MBA program. Next slide. Okay. All right. So Appel A, basically Appel A means it is a process where we will identify, we will document and assess all your prior experiential learning that you have actually gathered throughout your working life. So it's whether it's formal, non-formal, informal. You will then determine from your prior experiential learning whether you have achieved the needed skills in order for you to be admitted to the MBA program. So that is upper A. But once you enroll into the MBA program, we can actually credit transfer your prior experiential learning into specific subjects within the MBA program. Okay, so look at the next slide. So there is a difference between Appel A and Appel C. You look at the next slide. Okay, so Appel A is where you use prior experiential learning to gain entry into a formal academic program. So let's say if you want to apply for the MBA program, you do not have a degree. So you can actually apply for the MBA program if you only have a minimum qualification of a diploma. If a diploma, you can apply for the MBA program, but you also need to have several years of working experience, relevant working experience. For example, if you're a manager in a company or if you own your own company, you can apply with a diploma, and you must have your age must also be a minimum of 30 years and above. Now for IPLC, it's like we are able to credit transfer up to 30% of the course credits in the MBA program with your prior experiential learning. Okay, so basically we will map your prior experiential learning to specific subjects or courses within the MBA program so that we can credit transfer up to 30% of the credits. Okay, and now we go to the last slide. Just want to show you what is the difference, what are the difference between formal learning, informal learning, and non-formal learning. So basically, formal learning, learning where it is intentional. You really want to study. Okay, so it's intentional, and at the end there is an assessment of the learning, and it will lead to a formal qualification. For example, STPM, SPM, diploma. These are all what we call formal learning. Now, informal learning is something you do. It is not intentional. It's usually very unintentional or incidental, and it's based on your own effort. So informal learning are something like experiential learning when you are very active in an NGO, or you are very active in the in your housing organization or in the PTA of your children's school, or even your hobbies. These are considered informal learning, and this can also be credit transferred to an academic program. And finally, non-formal learning refers to learning that is also intentional, like the formal learning. It's just that it is shorter. The duration is shorter. Okay, it is also conducted in a structured and organized environment, just like formal learning, but it may not necessarily lead to a formal certification. So this includes training, short courses, seminars, events, and so on. This also can be used for Appel A, for admission to an academic program, and also for credit transfer through Appel C. All right. So so if you have any, so we do hope, we really highly encourage you to think about upskilling yourselves through the micro-credentials that we offer, as well as a way for you to apply for an MBA program. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me, whether through the email or through my mobile. Okay, I think that's all, Niza. Thank you very much. All right, thank you.
Okay, Thank you very much, Dr. Tengku Putri, on a very comprehensive explanation about the pathway to obtain a postgraduate degree through micro-credential mode at MMU. And also she was talking also about how you go about by using a PAL A to enter the MBA program. Well, we are actually going to have a short break. After this, we are actually going to invite Dr. Izian to talk more about this mapping of MBA micro-credential. Thank you.
Wonder how fast intelligent machines run on 5G? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Wonder how creative content and online businesses are mastered? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Wonder how cybersecurity and law function? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Find out all these and many more at Multimedia University, because MMU is you, leading the digital future. Visit mmu.edu.my.
Alhamdulillah, welcome back. Thank you again, Dr. Tengku Putri. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I would like all of you to basically to turn your attention to the second topic for today, which is MBA Micro-Credential. Therefore, I believe it is best for me to call upon the champion of this program, none other than our respective Dr. Izian Shazana Awaludin from Faculty of Management. How are you, Dr. Izian, today?
I'm good.
You're good, yeah?
Thank you, Mr. Rizal.
Okay, so I think the audience would love to know more about this MBA Micro-Credential. So please, the floor is yours, and I believe we will get a lot of more information from you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you to all of you for joining all of us today. Okay, and I will share with all of you for the mapping of micro-credentials that we offer. Before that, we know that in the current digitization and rapid growth of technology, a new model of learning known as micro-credentials has emerged to fulfill the needs of upskilling and reskilling opportunities to the workforce. Thus, in Multimedia University, our micro-credentials are designed to upskill yourself and advance your career with our credit-bearing micro-credentials. Okay, next. Okay, so based on this, okay, there are 25 micro-credentials courses that we offer, and which all of our micro-credentials are mapped to our MBA courses. Next. The first one is marketing management. Marketing management is actually one of the MBA courses where, okay, there are 3 micro-credentials available by unbundling this course. The first one is customer relationship marketing and service excellence. So this micro-credential will be taught by Dr. Aravindan, and the date we will be offered this micro-credential course this Saturday, 21st August. And let me give some preview about this micro-credential. Okay, it is actually by taking this micro-credential, okay, you will be able to analyze environment and propose strategies to secure prevailing opportunities. By completing and passing this micro-credential, you will be awarded a digital badge, which is from 1 credit hour. Next. Okay, the second micro-credential from the same topic of MBA course, okay, is building the perfect marketing mix for your business. Okay, this micro-credential will be taught by Dr. Nasrin Han. Okay, so for those who will be joining to our MBA program, okay, by taking micro-credentials, so this is the second MCs that you must take. Okay, this micro-credential will be offered for September. Okay, for those who want to explore the marketing elements necessary for successful market offer positioning and optimize the impact with the target market. So this course is yours. Next. Okay, the third micro-credential course is Sustainable Marketing as a Business Strategy. This course will be offered on 18 September. Will be taught by Dr. Melissa. Okay, I give some preview. This course is actually for those who want to discover the integral components of sustainability in the context of marketing, and at the same time, you may enhance your understanding of the importance of having sustainability as the organization's competitive edge. Okay, next. Okay, so just now, I do mention that subject marketing management, this is actually our MBA course. Okay, we unbundle it and there are 3 micro-credentials from this course, okay, which is MC1, Customer Relationship Marketing and Service Excellence, MC2, which is Building the Perfect Marketing Mix for your business, and the third one, Sustainable Marketing as a Business Strategy. Okay, once you have successfully completed each micro-credential, okay, I mean 3 of these micro-credentials, by passing an assessment, you will receive a digital badge as mentioned by Dr. Tunku just now that verifies your skill, competencies or knowledge, okay, and at the same time, okay, you will be awarded 2 digital badges and can credit transfer this subject marketing management while you are taking our MBA course. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is actually the second subject from our MBA, which is strategic management. Okay, and from strategic management, there are 3 micro-credentials courses that we have. The first one is strategic management essentials. So this micro-credential will be offered this Saturday, also 21st August, and the teaching staff is Associate Professor Dr. Jayashri. Through this subject, okay, you can get a clear picture of the fundamental key terms of strategy and the vision and mission statement that are needed to make crucial decisions as a successful leader. The next one. Okay, the second MC will be formulating effective strategy for competitive advantage. Okay, this micro-credential from subject strategic management will be taught by Dr. Aliza and also Associate Professor Dr. Jayashri. Okay, this is we'll be offering this on 4th September, and through this course, okay, it will enhance your understanding the different type of strategies and strategic generations, as well as selection using different metrics. Okay, the next one. Okay, and the last micro-credential, which is we unbundle from our MBA course, which is strategic management just now, is strategic excellence from execution to monitoring. This subject will be taught solely by Dr. Aliza, and for those who want to register, kindly register before 18 September. Okay, actually through this course, okay, it will prepare leaders and practicing professionals in organizations to engage in systematic execution up to monitoring. Okay, and at the same time, it can expose you to the strategic marketing issues, which is important for the strategic implementation. Okay, the next one. Same like before, okay, by passing 3 of the micro-credentials that we offered to you, okay, and once you pass, you will be awarded 3 digital badges, and you will also can credit transfer subject strategic management when you join our MBA program. Okay, the next slide. Okay, this is the third subject, which is entrepreneurship. Okay, so entrepreneurship, there are 4 micro-credentials that we unbundle from this course. Okay, the first one will be embracing a brave new world, entrepreneurship DNA and new venture ideation. Okay, so this micro-credential is designed to introduce you to the essential skills and knowledge that is required to understand the ways to identify business opportunities to generate exceptional business venture ideas. And the second micro-credential will be mastering the marketplace, which is entrepreneurial action and new venture strategies. So some preview about this course is this micro-credential, which is the second one, is designed to introduce you to the essential skills and knowledge which is required to take charge of your entrepreneurship action through the understanding of the nature of the business model. And these two micro-credentials will be taught by our moderator today, which is Mr. Nizam. The next one. Okay, micro-credential number 3 from entrepreneurship is ensuring market triumph, which is market validation and generating traction. So through this micro-credential, okay, give you some insights to the importance of validating your business ideas, how to generate business traction, and equip you with strategic knowledge that can steer you to success. And the next one will be pitching for success, design and deliver impactful pitching, which this micro-credential will be offered in 20th November. Okay, this module gives you the crucial understanding on what is pitching, the anatomy of a killer pitch deck, and how to deliver an impactful elevator pitch. Okay, so you may register for these MCs, which is MC3 and 4. Okay, for MC3 on 6th November, while for the pitching for success will be available on before 20th November. And the teaching staff is Associate Professor Dr. Kamarul Zaman. Okay, the next one. Okay, the next course is Business Data Analytics. Okay, so in Business Data Analytics, there are 3 micro-credentials that is mapped to this course. The first one is Artificial Intelligence in Business. Okay, this micro-credential will be offered next year, 8 January 2022. Through this module, it will enhance and explains how business data analytics can be leveraged for strategic decisions. And at the same time, it covers topics such as overview of business intelligence, analytics and data science, explains descriptive, predictive and prescriptive analytics along with hands-on using data analytics software. And for the second micro-credential is Business Analytics for Strategic Decision. This one will be offered after we complete the first micro-credential, which is on 22nd January, which actually this some preview for this course is it introduces various data mining concepts and methods. Okay, so for these 2 micro-credentials, okay, the teaching staff is TS Dr. Ratimala. Next. And the next one will be data-driven decision making to drive results. Okay, this micro-credential will be offered on 5th February. This module introduces various big data analysis such as text analytics and text mining, web or social analytics. Takeaway from this module is understandings of fundamentals of big data analytics and how organizations can leverage it for competitive advantage. And for this micro-credential will be handled by Professor Dr. Saravanan. Okay, the next one. Okay, so next one will be accounting for managers. Okay, so for accounting managers is especially give you some brief, some knowledge about accounting. So the first one, the first micro-credential that we offer is Financial Reporting Essentials. Okay, we will offer on 19th February. Okay, some overview about this micro-credential is it is relevant to individuals who would like to develop their financial acumen to make informed business decisions. Okay, this micro-credential also will guide you on how to become a better manager by learning how to apply the principles of financial accounting so critical in managerial decisions. So this micro-credential will be taught by Associate Professor Dr. Naharia. So once you pass this micro-credential, you will be awarded a digital badge. Next one. Okay, the second one is Financial Decision Making for Operational Effectiveness. This module will be offered on 5th March. Okay, some overview. Okay, will give you some understanding of value drivers, cost drivers, and the reconfiguring of value chains with the aim of creating customer and shareholder value and a strong competitive position for the organization. So this micro-credential will be taught by Ms. Zarehan. The next one. Okay, the next one will be budgeting and performance management. This micro-credential will be offered on 19 March. Okay, this micro-credential focus on the role of performance measurement and control systems in value creation, strategy implementation, and monitoring performance to improve strategies. So for this third micro-credential from accounting for managers will be taught by Associate Professor Dr. Naharia together with Miss Zarehan. So if you pass three of these micro credentials, okay, when you join our MBA program, okay, you can credit transfer if you pass. Okay, please make sure that you pass. Okay, next. Okay, the next one will be human resource management. Okay, through this MBA course, okay, we unbundle it into three micro credentials, which the first one is talent acquisition strategies for an agile workforce. Okay, this micro credential we will offer on 2nd April. Okay, so this micro-credential, it describes the general function of human resource management in an organization, followed by discussion on job analysis and human resource planning. Okay, and the next one is developing, motivating, and engaging talents. This will be offered in 16th April. Okay, this course is relevant to students who would like to know how organizations develop, motivate, and engage talents in the era of fourth industrial revolution. And this course will be taught by Associate Professor Dr. Chu Kok Wai. Next one. Okay, and the next one is strategic talent management for innovation and business sustainability. This course will be offered on 14th May. Okay, some overview about this micro-credential is actually it discusses the concept of strategic human resource management and introduces the framework for and best practice examples of strategic talent management for business agility and sustainability, and will be handled by Dr. Intan. Okay, the next one is cyber law. So under cyber law, you will learn about cyberspace, you and the law. This micro-credential will be offered on 28th May. Okay, this micro-credential will take you on a journey how knowledge and awareness, which covers basic and essential cyber law issues and enhance your knowledge when carrying out your activities in cyberspace. And for the second micro-credentials, which will be offered in 11th June, which is intellectual property in cyberspace, will educate you on civil liabilities that arise through the activities in the internet. You will acquire knowledge and develop skills in addressing issues arising out of civil matters such as contract, e-commerce, intellectual property, and personal data protection. The next one. Okay, the next micro-credential is privacy and personal data protection. This micro-credential will emphasize on activities in cyberspace that could potentially attract criminal law. You will learn concepts and important statutory provisions as well important court decisions arising from real life cases. So all of the micro-credentials, okay, which we unbundle from course cyber law will be taught by Dr. Bahma. Next. Change management. Okay, so under change management, the first micro-credential that we offer is strategic change management. Okay, this one will be offered in 16th July. So this micro-credential will support you to get a clearer picture of the fundamental terms applicable in business strategy. Micro-credential handle or teach by Associate Professor Dr. Chong Chin Wei. The next one. Okay, the next is value creation through organizational change. Okay, so this will be offered in 13 August. Okay, through this micro-credential, it will help you understand the different types of strategies and how they can generate it and selected using relevant matrices. Okay, and this will be taught by Dr. Tan Xiao Kian. The next one. Okay, and the third micro-credential is effective change management approaches. Okay, this one will be offered in 27 August. Okay, through this micro-credential, it can prepare leaders and practicing professionals in organizations to engage in systematic execution up to monitoring. So at the same time, you will be exposed to strategic marketing issues that are important for strategic implementation, conflict resolution, strategic evaluation, and challenges. So this micro-credential will be taught by Associate Professor Dr. Chuan Chin Wei together with Dr. Tan Xiao Kian. Next. So just now I already give some preview and overview about 25 micro-credentials that we have, and it is mapped to 8 MBA subjects that we have. Okay, once, as I mentioned just now, once you have completed each micro-credentials that map to that MBA course, okay, you will earn 3 credit points and you can credit transfer while you are joining our MBA program. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Izian, on a very thorough, I would say a very thorough explanation about the subject offering, right? A micro-credential subject offering throughout this year and also next year. After this, we're going to invite Dr. Ojo to talk more on MBA and specialization. But at the moment, I think we will up for another short break. Yeah. So do stay tuned. All right. And we will come back soon. Thank you very much.
Wonder how fast intelligent machines run on 5G? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Wonder how creative content and online businesses are mastered? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Wonder how cybersecurity and law function? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Find out all these and many more at Multimedia University, because MMU is you, leading the digital future. Visit mmu.edu.my.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Nizam, for your coordination. It's been an interesting section. Yeah, I will be speaking about the MBA program. To start with, why should we invest in MBA? I think the best investment in life is investment in skills acquisition. And, you know, the MBA program in MMU is differentiated by the focus on skills. During your undergraduate level, you've acquired a lot of knowledge. So the next thing is, how do you make sense of that knowledge? So that's what our MBA program is focused on. And the MBA program is designed such that you could acquire the contemporary skills essential to running a modern business. One thing we cannot take away is the rapid changes in the environment. As we know it, the COVID-19 has, transformed the nature of our human life as well as businesses. So what do we offer? What we offer is a structured program that is, developed in such a way that you can acquire practical, knowledge through coursework, as well as test your cognitive understanding of the concept through final exam. So our course, in terms of our subject, they are, differentiated into pure coursework based, as well as final exam based subjects. I'm going to take you through the subjects that are strictly assessed based on coursework and those that comes with a final exam later. In terms of delivery, the program is normally blended, but in the course of the new norm in which we live in, the program is now fully online, and we have 2 types of MBA program. There is one designed for those who are working full-time. For those who are working full-time, then you may want to take advantage of the part-time study template, wherein you have classes on Sundays, purely on weekends, and the class duration is about 6 hours. But for those who want to take a break and they want to study full time, then the full time option is more suitable for you. In terms of the duration, it takes 1 year minimum to complete the full time program. But for the part time program, it can take up to 2 years. And in total, we have 12 courses. That is including the final year project. So this accounts for 41 credit hours. There are 11 subjects and 1 final year project. So the advantage of our program is that you also have the added benefit of developing your research skills, besides training you to be a professional, exposing you to the necessary skills that are needed in running the modern businesses. You also develop your capability, to pursue further study by acquiring research expertise. So the final project will help you to develop that particular skill. So for intake, we have 3 intakes in a year. That's February, June, and October. And another difference between our program and most other programs is the specializations. Very interesting specializations, which I'm going to go through later. So to register, all you need to have is a bachelor's degree. So if you have a CGPA of 2 points and above, you can apply directly for the program. But for those who do not have a CGPA of 2.5, there is still opportunity for you to join the program. All you have to do is to document evidence of 5 years of working in a related industry. As also highlighted by, Dr. Tenku, there is also a pathway for those who do not have a bachelor's degree. So in your case, you may want to document your work experience and apply for the APLA. There is another pathway for that. And also you can come in through the micro-credentials, which Dr. Izan has already explained to us. So one other thing we have is the language requirement. In terms of language requirement, we want you to demonstrate your proficiency in English language because the mode of instruction is English. So these are the acceptable English tests. Besides this test, you can also apply for a waiver. If you have studied in English, you completed your bachelor's in English, all you have to do is to apply to the faculty. So we're going to organize an interview section through which we can assess your competence in the language. So with that, you might actually get an exemption for the English proficiency test. But if you have not done that, then you can as well submit your proficiency test. You can submit your IELTS, your TOEFL, your MOET, or any other, a relevant qualification for that purpose. The next thing is, how do I apply? With respect to your application, the application is strictly done online, and the link is displayed on the screen. Also, you just do a Google search. If you Google search MMU, it takes you to our website. On our website, you can see the button, Apply Now. So if you click on that button, it's going to take you through the process for application. I encourage you to get ready all the necessary documents so that you can upload them instantly. If you can do that, then within a period of 1 to 2 weeks, you can get your offer letter issued. So with your offer letter, all you have to do is accept your offer and proceed with the registration process. So in terms of our cost structure, the next is on our cost structure. So like I mentioned, we have 3 classification of courses. The first classification are the core subjects. We have a total of 5 subjects. including the FYP 6 in all. Like I said, our program is a blend of coursework-based assessment and also final assessment. The coursework-based assessment enables you to demonstrate your skills in terms of the competence area. So the assessments are structured to give you an insight into the industry. So you could be assigned a consultancy project or other assignment. So in terms of this, 4 out of the 5 key core subjects are coursework based, and these are marketing management, strategic management, research method and data analysis, as well as organizational behavior. Accounting for managers is a blend of coursework and final exam, and that is 70 to 30. After that, you complete your final year project. I'm going to tell you later the basic process involved in completing the final year project. We expect you to have completed the essential core subject, in particular, the research method and data analysis, before you can register for the final year project. We also have group of elective subjects. There are 2 groups of elective subjects, the change management and entrepreneurship. You can choose one of these 2 as your elective subject. Then the second group is cyber law and financial technology. So either of these 2 can be selected as your elective subject. So with that, you will have completed a total of 7 subjects, excluding the final year project, 5 core subjects, 2 elective. You select 2 out of this group, out of the total of 4 elective subjects. And lastly, where do you want to specialize? Most people, they are taking MBA because they want to advance their career. So in terms of specialization, we have the general management track, and we have the digital finance, the managerial analytics, the human resource management, as well as digital marketing. If you look at the group of elective subjects, we have highlighted the key knowledge base essential in running the modern business. That is why data analytics and sustainability are made compulsory specialization. We live in the age of technology revolution. We talk about the 4th industrial revolution. So if you go through our MBA program, we really want to equip you with the essential skills to function in the age of the 4th industrial revolution. So through the business data analytics, you can acquire the competence for you to really understand the role of data in supporting managerial decision making. And also, you have to have the essential awareness about the responsibility of the corporate sector towards the environment, towards the society. So the sustainability and innovation management also equip you with the essential skill set and the clear understanding on how you can guide your organization decision based on the requirement for sustainability and innovation. So in addition to these 2 subjects, you might decide to go more detail into one of these areas of specialization. Your interest could be in finance. So for that purpose, you might also take on subjects in investment analysis, as well as corporate finance. And if you really want to go deeper into analytics, then the data visualization for manager is another subject you might want to consider. In addition to that, you can select any other subject from the other specialization to complete the requirement for the managerial analytics specialization. And for those who want to have a broader view about the different domain of knowledge in business and management, then the general management option could be a more suitable path for you to take. To the next item is about the structure of the course itself. The course structure. So for the full-time students, you can complete the program within a year period. And within a year period, there are 3 semesters. We call it trimesters. So in the first trimester, you take the core subject, including the research and data analysis. So upon completing the first semester and passing the research method and data analysis, you can register for your final year project so that you have a 6-month period to complete your final year project. Each trimester is of 14 weeks. Within these 14 weeks, you complete your lecture within the first 12 weeks. Then after that, you write your exam. Then you take a break. Then you resume back to start the second trimester. This is for full-time students. And you can join on February, June, or October. The October intake is still open for registration. So I encourage you to put in your application for the October intake. What about the part-time mode? Some of you might be interested in the part-time mode. For the part-time, you have a period of 2 years. And within this 2 years period, there are 12 semesters. Each semester for part-time is made up of 7 weeks. So within 7 weeks, you can complete one subject or module. And the first 6 weeks is for lectures. Lectures are always on Sundays, 6 hours lectures on Sundays. And at the end of the 6th week, you have your exam on the 7th week. Then you take a week break. Then you start another semester. That's for part-time mode. For part-time mode, by the end of your 5th semester, you can also start your FYP so that you can complete your FYP by the end of the 2nd year. We don't want you to delay further. So with respect to the fee structure now, so maybe you want to know what is the investment that you need to put into this. Recently, in order to make our program accessible to all, we have revised our fees, and we are giving a very good fees currently now. For the MBA program, for the local student, with an investment of about 21,000, I'm talking inclusive of the resource fee and the student activity, you can get your MBA. So the tuition itself for local student is 19,500. And on top of the tuition fee, you also need to pay for the resource fee. Why do you pay for resource fee? Resource fee is actually used to provide the facilities and the supporting infrastructure for your program. You have the laboratories, you have the other learning facilities, access to the library. So the resource fee is for that purpose. And student activity fee. For international students, the tuition is 26,250 ringgit. And they also pay the tuition and they also pay the resource fee and the student activity fee. Currently, we offer discounts for our alumni and also for TM staff. For alumni, you can get about 20% discount, and for TM staff, about 35% discount, only on the tuition. The discount is applicable to your tuition. You still pay the normal fees for the student activity and the resource fee, but your tuition. So you can only get either of the two. If you are TM staff and alumni, you can get discount only for TM staff or discount only for alumni. Both discounts are not applicable. So with that, I've given you an overview of our MBA program, the structure of the program, as well as the commitment in terms of the investment on your part. So I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Ojo, on, I would say, a very detailed explanation about our MBA specialization. Yeah. Well, at the moment, we actually finished with all the 3 speakers. And for now, I would like to get some of the questions from the audience. Basically to get more understanding on this whole idea on micro-credential as well as the MBA program. Well, I actually have a few questions that being given to me earlier. All right, and I believe this question is some question that really essential. Okay, for us to make decision in enrolling into this postgraduate program. Uh, Dr. Izian, yeah, is there any minimum entry requirement to enroll into this micro-credential course?
Okay, so there is no minimum entry requirements for those who want to join Micro-Credential. But if you would like to credit transfer to our MBA program, so you must follow the minimum requirement for the MBA program.
I see. Okay, and well, we might ask this question because now the online system is very efficient, right? We are living in basically borderless world. Is this micro-credential is only limited to Malaysian or is open to also international students?
It is not limited to Malaysians only. Students from outside Malaysia are welcome to join our micro-credentials program also.
So how do they go about with the payment? Is there any procedure that they need to follow?
So for those who would like to register for our micro-credentials courses that we offer, feel free to go to openlearning.com/mmumc. Then you will be directed to the course and also for the payment gateway.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Izian. This is a question to Dr. Tengku Putri. Well, of course, after you completed your study and then you work in the industry, right? You basically when you start to work in the industry, you attended a lot of training and you do obtain certain certificate, right? Maybe professional certificate. So how different is this micro-credential from any sort of professional certificate that they get from from their workplace? Can you just give us some idea about it? Thank you very much.
Right, sorry. Okay, micro-credentials is like a short course as well. However, it is offered 100% online. Okay, and also it's much more flexible because you can actually pick and choose which micro-credential you would like to take, which short course you like to take. I think we have a list of micro-credentials that you can actually pick and choose according to their needs for to upskill themselves. And also what's good about the micro-credential as well is that in comparison to other short courses, we can actually stack all these micro-credentials and then transfer it to an academic program. Like for now, we have the MBA program. So they can actually directly credit transfer all these micro-credentials as long as they stack it according the subjects, and then they can actually then apply for the MBA and enroll in the MBA program. Okay, so there is the advantage of it being mapped to a specific academic program. Okay, and also the digital badge, we award the digital badge is awarded by a digital credentialing platform called Credible. So this Credible platform is actually a globally recognized platform that awards digital certificates to industries. So MMU is actually using Credible together with Open Learning to award digital badges to the participants of micro-credentials, and that digital badge is also recognized globally. And those digital badges are also authenticated and verified by MMU. and they can actually carry digital badges you know, whenever they want to apply a new job, or if they want to just for promotion purpose, and so we can verify it for the participants.
So it looks like that, you know, we are entering into a digital world where most of the qualification is already, you know, is already being represent under a digital badge. And this digital badge is like a, you know, it's like a digital currency where you can actually able to display also in your social media.
Yes,
right?
right.
So
That's
you
right.
can put your digital badge in your LinkedIn profile or in your Facebook, and I guess that's the way the world is evolving. And by having this digital badge through micro-credential, we basically able to market ourselves in the job market in I believe in a more contemporary way.
That's right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
right.
Thank you, Dr. Tengku Putri. Okay, I have a question to Dr. Ojo. Yeah. So let's say that anyone who interested to enroll into an MBA program with MMU. When is actually the latest opening for them to enroll into the program?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nizam. The next intake will be in October. So those who are interested in joining, I think the earlier the better. So you can start sending in your application now so that you can resume and enroll in the program by October.
Okay, and the process basically all online, right? All
Exactly.
online.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's all online.
and we actually don't need you to you know to go to the campus and bring all the file and so on. So what we do basically there is a link to apply, and the link will guide you through on the whole process. All right, thank you, Dr. Ojo.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, so we are at the end of the today's session, right? I hope that all of you benefited from our session today. Thank you to our panel of speakers today, Dr. Izian Shazana, Dr. Tengku Putri, and Dr. Adipopo Ojo. And thank you also to Dr. Muhammad Fairuz Abdul Rahim, Dean of Faculty of Management. To the audience, thank you for your time and commitment. Looking forward actually to hearing from you soon and to enroll into our micro-credential program as well as MBA program. Until then, take care and stay safe. Have a productive weeks ahead. And I'm going to sign off this session with a lovely word of wisdom, which says, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn." So peace be upon you and take care and bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.